I literally just drove in a circle. Hello, my name is Tommy, and I'm going to talk to you about the 5 things that I've learned in this week of being on YouTube. Number 1 will be about community. Number 2 will be about the growth of my channel. Number 3 will be about subtitles and how those are really hard. Number 4 will also be about my journey in learning Chinese. And number 5 will be about how people are responding to the virus in Taiwan still to this day. And Taichung's a big city, so I wanted to actually explore a little bit more of the city, and I figured what better way to do it than just take off. I don't know where we're going today, I'm not gonna lie to you. Let's go. So one of the biggest things about starting up a YouTube channel that I didn't realize was going to come from this is the community that's being kind of built up around it. There's already a big YouTube community that's pertaining to Taiwan, and it's cool to actually be able to start my own channel and get involved with this because there's a lot to Taiwan. It's not necessarily just a small country. It's got a lot to it. And to be able to listen to the viewers that are watching my channel and actually see the critiques as well as the history about Taiwan, the information pertaining to like other YouTubers, just the overall knowledge of Taiwan that's actually coming from this YouTube channel is really cool to actually experience because it helps me grow, it helps the community grow, and other people who are reading the comments in a sense grow. And I wasn't expecting this, but it's been a really cool part of starting up a YouTube channel. All right, number 2 that I wanted to talk to you guys about today actually has to do with community as well, but it's kind of the downside of the community, something that I had always heard about and I was kind of under the expectation was going to happen, but I don't think you can ever really be fully prepared for it. One of the things is my video got traction from another video on YouTube, and that channel pushed a lot of subscribers my way, which is really awesome, and thank you guys for subscribing. As I said before 1,000,000 times, I really appreciate it. But one of the things that I wasn't expecting, and I guess I was expecting, but I wasn't really ready for, was all the hate comments. I didn't actually think that this channel was going to get as big as it did in such a short period of time. So I was making videos just for fun, just for, you know, what I thought was going to be entertaining for myself. And little did I know that people were viewing me as I was like some professional, huge YouTuber. I do this for you guys. I do this for the community. I've been actually really enjoying doing this, but I thought this was a small community and it's grown a lot larger. I've read almost every single one of your comments, whether they're negative, whether they're positive.
Such foul language.
And I've actually taken a lot of the criticism that you guys have said, and I'm trying to figure out ways to work them into my new videos. But I have to tell everybody, please recognize I've only been doing this about a month to 2 months now, and I've only been in Taiwan for 7-8 months now. So I am kind of at a surface level with Taiwan. I don't understand the culture as well as somebody who's been here 10, 20, 30 years, or the language. I really don't speak enough Chinese. And I'm actually going to talk about this too later on in the video. So number 3. All right, so number 3 that I wanted to talk about today was the subtitles that I'm having to create. But first off, I wanted to find out like where we're at because I really actually don't know where we're at. DJI Park, it's literally right there. I don't know where that is. Subtitles on my videos. One of the hardest things that I'm having a problem with too is subtitles with my video. I'm trying to caption things in Chinese for my Taiwanese audience, the people that are living out here, because truthfully, you're probably wanting to actually be able to read what I'm saying too, because you might not speak English or you might speak English. So my thing is that with all the subtitles, I was trying to do it through Google Translate. And this became the bane of my frustration because everybody was like, your subtitles suck, there's no depth to them, I can't understand. And one of the things that happened was there was one person who actually reached out to me and offered to help out with my subtitles. I'm giving you a plug in this. Thank you very much for doing that. It is awesome to have that community as well. As I said in the past 2 little portions, it's really cool to have somebody who's actually willing to help me out with these subtitles because I can't do this alone. And I don't speak, as I said, enough Chinese. And it's really cool to see how that community has reached out to me to be able to help me grow too. Thank you. I know you've only been watching for like a minute or 2, but I gotta grab a drink.
Do they really?
Yeah.
How much were they?
It said 25, but I ended up paying 30. So
Really?
Like I can, yeah, not like I can really argue or anything.
Oh well.
So number 4 that I wanted to talk about today is I wanted to actually talk about the fact that my girlfriend and I actually started taking Chinese classes. Okay, that was probably really loud in here. But I wanted to talk about the fact that learning Chinese is actually a lot of fun. It's really cool to be able to see the practicality of it in Taiwan. Being able to go to places and being able to actually order a cup of coffee rather than pointing this one right here. 一杯冰的咖啡 is awesome, and it's a lot of fun because I actually feel like I'm starting to understand how the sentence structure is. I have no vocabulary pretty much, and I'm learning it as we go. But we're taking classes twice a week, and there's another loud motorcycle. But we're taking classes twice a week, and one of the things that's really cool is the fact that I'm actually getting a lot of practical use out of it from an everyday stance. So this is something else that's been happening this past week, and it's been so much fun to be able to actually figure out how to understand and listen for what's going on with speech in Chinese. And tonight, one of the things that I wanted to do is I wanted to actually link in with my friends and try to see, since they're taking Chinese classes too, how they're feeling Chinese is going. For like 2 weeks. So how hard is it for you guys to learn Chinese? Or obviously you guys have been doing it for a while, right?
We're in the same class. We've been studying for 5 months. Do you want to start?
Yeah, I think it's been pretty difficult. Like, we've been studying for 5 months. I've been in Taiwan for 2 years now. So the first year I was trying to use apps and stuff to practice, and I found it's been very slow progression.
Very slow.
Yeah.
But with having our teacher, she gives us like really practical language. So him being here for 2 years, he has different skills than like the other classmates like me, and I've only been here for 10 months. I think it's easier to speak Chinese than maybe it is for reading Chinese or learning how to write Chinese.
And that's really cool for us to hear, because that's what
Yeah.
we want to do, is be able to speak. It sucks when you can't speak to people.
Yeah, because you're a foreigner in a country where like they all speak English, but you don't want to be the foreigner that doesn't speak
You feel
Chinese.
you feel like a burden a lot of the time,
Yeah.
and that's what sucks.
And like all the time too, if I practice, if I go to like 7-Eleven or something and I ask for a coffee, they'll reply to me in English. Even though they understood what I said in Chinese, they also want to practice their English. So it's a little difficult too, because then you're like, did I say that wrong? Did you not? Were you trying to clarify?
Yeah.
But then, I don't know, like personally for me, like I feel like I've had difficulty with speaking because of the tones, like on... and
Yes,
it being
where like
such
things
Yeah.
go down or they go up or they go up. And
Yeah,
it
fun
can
tones.
completely change the meaning.
There
Alright.
is some forgiveness though, because you're not a native speaker. If you don't use a tone, they can use context clues. So you can just speak
Like
and try your best.
this.
Yeah, 这个, yeah.
Cool. Thanks, guys. Number 5, let's talk about the fact that people in Taiwan are not necessarily afraid of the virus anymore. One of the things that I'm seeing a lot of is that people are actually going out and they're doing things. Before, when we first moved out here, everybody was always out and about doing stuff. As the virus hit, Taiwan kind of shut down in a way. People were still out doing things, they were still supporting communities, but you saw a lot more face masks. You saw a lot more hand sanitizer, disinfectant going pretty much everywhere. They've really relaxed the way that they are disinfecting, wearing masks. I mean, if you look around, people are out and about in large crowds again. Taiwan is actually lowering their restrictions as a whole too, and they're actually making it so people can gather in large crowds again. Taiwan hasn't been hit. It's been about, I think my last video I said 42 or 41 days. We're going on about 48 days right now without any locally transmitted cases, and Taiwan is still kicking ass. So,
You didn't want to swear.
you're right. Taiwan is still kicking butt. The sounds out here are so unreal. Listen to these. I didn't realize we are right here, and we need to go all the way up here and actually further, and yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm too lazy. My girlfriend, who reminded me not to curse just right before this, she actually does short stories as well and blogs if you guys are interested in checking any of them out. She does a lot of stuff that's about like our journeys in Taiwan, so I will link that down in the description. But that's all I had for you guys, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.